Hello, everybody. I am doing another round literally today. I'm doing this from Zoom. Welcome to SudhaLive. And here we are, another Friday to talk about AI opportunities. And I'm kind of trying to do some combination of different technologies. That happens always with new technologies, not compatible with each other. So I realized that my LinkedIn then stream. So here I have a special session for you people who are on LinkedIn. So bear with me. Okay. So what I'm going to talk to you about is AI opportunities. I should get this light better on my face today. Okay, so I started out at 6 o'clock in the evening. It's almost 8 o'clock. So you can see there's not much light around me here. So bear with me. So what did I mean by AI opportunities? This week, I think, is a week of celebration. So let me make sure I'm live. Come join me, folks. Sudha Live. AI opportunities. I'm literally typing this on LinkedIn as you see this, episode 14. Here we go. Okay, so what are we talking about here? Who is that who's joined me? Thank you. Add a comment or add a question. I'm happy to answer your question. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. So this week actually is a big celebration for me because a lot of good things are happening for my students here. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let me look at my list because I have a big list of who I want to congratulate. So we started out, I had this newsletter for my students. And during the COVID pandemic year, I was kind of bored with the newsletter, doing the same thing. And you didn't want to hear so much. And now you're all like back asking for stuff. So I've decided to start my newsletter back. I'm calling it Celebrate! Because I think it has to come with energy. Celebrate. And the celebration is of my students. So it's a student showcase. Let me share my screen. And I'm going to showcase a student per week. And I'm going to start with Ananya Sen. Ananya Sen, as you must have seen every week at Weekly Wednesday, was our awesome host who was hosting our Weekly Wednesday, which is our alumni gathering of our students coming together. She took my IoT course in 2017, Autonomous Vehicle Business course in Stanford Continuing Studies in 2018. And then at Business School of AI, she did the first Live Lab course, which at that time I called it Capstone AI Live Lab. Now I split it as two courses as Nocode AI Data Science for the business user and a Live Lab course. So Ananya did it all. And the reason I feel this is the right time to celebrate her is because she ended up achieving her goal of wanting to transition to become a product manager. Here is Ananya Sen. And what she's done is she's handed over her Weekly Wednesday hosting role to Yashashwini of Bangalore, and she's mentoring her. So let me show you what Ananya has to say. Here we go. Let me share the screen. And I will show you what Ananya is saying right there. If I do a full screen, it doesn't do that for me, guys. To get it out of full screen. So what I have is Ananya talking. Do you see it?
Hello. Are you curious about cool tech? Do you want to build awesome products? I am Ananya Sen. I live in Silicon Valley in California. Recently, I started my journey in product management for a fraud analytics product called Threat Metrics. Before, I was a software engineer for 12 years and worked in fintech and e-commerce. I am super excited since a product role allows me to broaden my impact for the customer and business while partnering with engineering to build the solution. As you may wonder, my transition wasn't easy. I did several courses and side projects to build the skills. I would do evening classes at Stanford Continuing and find some hackathon projects when I was working at Intuit. Among those classes, I also did Sudha Jamte's IoT course, Autonomous Vehicle Workshop, and the Nocode AI Live Lab. Recently, I also hosted the weekly Wednesdays webinars for Sudha's Business School of AI. I am passionate about technology, especially AI, and the amazing things we can build for our community. The field of AI is growing exponentially. If you aspire to grow in tech, I urge you to hone your skills and be bold to take the leap.
Okay. So good luck, Ananya. And another person who's actually landed well this week is, let me show her. Do you remember Viola? Viola Mayback. She's a design researcher at Ford, and it is part of Accenture Interactive at Barcelona. I'm very proud of Viola. Viola actually helped design Business School of AI website as a UX designer and brought so much structure in thinking about design thinking and how I wanted the course platform and the course to flow. So thank you, Viola, and good luck. We're cheering for you. Another person you might remember, his name is Kapil Chowdhury. He's part of the Business School of AI company page on LinkedIn, and he actually is a law professor, comes with extensive experience in legal, and was very interested in AI ethics. So naturally, he has landed as the head of legal for India for Twitter. So congratulations, Kapil. So let me see if I'm missing anybody else. Okay. And one other person who deserves a mention is Henry Mulak. And Henry Mulak is a reporter from NBC. And he decided that he's going to attend our weekly Wednesday. So he took my artificial intelligence bootcamp class. And then he decided that he's going to write because he loves writing. That's a natural for him. And he loves AI. And so he wrote about KiwiBot, about David Rodriguez talk to us at Weekly Wednesday a couple of weeks back. And he has this whole NLP blog coming up. So this is on medium.com/business school of AI. Follow us there and you will hear from Henry each week, a very beautifully written quick summary on each topic that we are covering at Business School of AI at Weekly Wednesday. And I will make sure that we embed the link of the recording so you get that easily in one place. So thank you, Henry. And I have one more person that I wanted to show you here. Okay. So Pamela Gupta, she is a cybersecurity expert, and I'm so lucky. She's such an experienced person and such a brilliant thinker. And I'm so lucky she chose to take my courses. She took the AI ethics course at Business School of AI, and she was back at Stanford Continuing Studies for the Artificial Intelligence Bootcamp for product and business managers. So at the end of it, she decided to write a blog post of what does it take to create an AI product or service for your business, and what does it take to get started on your business AI journey. So this is her blog post, very beautifully done. In fact, Pamela Gupta, this is Pamela Gupta, so you should follow her on Medium. And one of the things she does is she actually does LinkedIn live streams about cybersecurity. It's a very beautifully written article. And she said she liked the class. Okay, thank you, Pamela. Okay, so that is our list of people that I'm proud of that I wanted to show for this week. And thank you, everybody. So now let's jump into opportunities. So I'm talking here about AI opportunities, right? So did you see the social media movie on LinkedIn, on Netflix, social media movie on Netflix, you would have spotted Joe Tascano. So Joe Tascano presented at Women in AI USA, and he is a leader in privacy, and not just privacy, by privacy operations and how to influence policy and how to actually get businesses to small to medium sized businesses to take, not worry about privacy, but follow all the regular compliance and everything needed to meet legal obligations, but do the right thing ethically. So he's your partner if you're a small or medium business. And he has this startup called Beacon, the Better Ethics and Consumer Outcome Network. So talk to him. And thank you, Joe, for being a he for she and speaking at Women in AI USA. And I had one more thing I wanted to show you. Yes, Divya Dwivedi, you see her at Weekly Wednesday each week. So Divya was showcased as Women in Mackay Forum, and it's an inclusive AI community. And she was one of the special guests and speaker. So here is her, she was our spotlight. Okay. So other than that, there are a bunch of events coming up, and there is one exciting event which is led by our own two of our instructors at Business School of AI, which is Susanna Raj. Let me find that so I can show you that instead of just talking about it. So Susanna Raj, who is our AI ethicist, so she taught the AI ethics course with me last time. Right?
Hey everyone.
Okay, one second. Let me get to the right window. I'm not seeing that window here. Here we go. So this is Susanna Raj. She taught AI ethics with me last time. She's an AI ethicist. And here is Sam Wigglesworth. She taught the NLP webinar at Weekly Wednesday last week, not this Wednesday, the previous Wednesday. And both of them are coming back. So Susanna Raj is going to teach AI ethics with me. And the way this time we have set it up, instead of one AI ethics course, you can actually take a masterclass with Susanna on inclusive AI. And then you can take a masterclass with Renee Cummings on responsible AI. And what are they up to? What is Susanna, Sam, and her team here introducing to us? Let's check it out.
We are here to introduce AI Diet World, a celebration of ethics first-minded people, companies, and products.
It's the premier B2B event of the year with an ethics first focus.
Hey, Susanna, can you tell everyone who is with us today what DIET stands for?
Of course, Sam. DIET stands for Data, Diversity, Inclusion, Impact, Equity, Ethics, and Teams and Technology. And there will be a short quiz on that.
Wow, I'm so excited. Who here knows when this exciting event will take place?
Kevin, it's a 3-day event spanning October 20th to 22nd, 2021.
Great. What's so awesome about this year's premier B2B Ethics First event? What can you tell us about the 5 million 5-year pledge?
Susanna, Sam, Bruce, Kevin, we all know how we have Data Ethics for All has made this pledge of helping 5 million economically disadvantaged students, providing them with leadership opportunities, free STEM tutoring, mentoring, career guidance. And so that is what is special. All the proceeds from this event are going to go towards our 5 million 5-year pledge.
That's truly amazing. Who knows more about AI Diet World?
AI Diet World brings together ethical individuals, industry experts, and top technology organizations to showcase their ethics-first solutions, products, and stories.
Can you tell us what is happening on day one?
Sure. Join us tomorrow on LinkedIn Live to find out about Diet Champions.
Awesome.
Awesome, guys. So be sure to check that out. That's a great start for your weekend. And our own Susanna Raj and Sam Wigglesworth will be here with the team. And this is a mighty, noble goal. So thank you, Susanna. Okay. So the next thing I have for you. So I've been showing, celebration of people. This seems like, I don't know if it's just my mood or I'm just seeing so many of these amazing people who I teach, I hang out with, doing amazing thing that calls for a celebration this week. Okay, so one of the other things that I want to switch gears to is I've been talking about my courses, and I just wrapped up my AI bootcamp for product and business managers at Stanford, and I'm switching to the online course available. And I said, ask for the catalog on Business School of AI. So now finally the catalog is available and registration is open. So what I want to show you is I have people asking me, okay, so which of this is, the right course for me? What should I be doing? So I'm going to show you where to get started to go figure this out. So Viola helped design this whole beautiful UX. Thank you, Viola. I'm not surprised that Accenture was so smart to hire you. So here we are. This is, you can click on each of these links. And thank you, Alan Bui, my web developer, for bringing this design to life. And Tanvi Srivastava from India for actually creating the beautiful illustration to take what was, you can see how my brain is with all these networks, because she managed to bring that to life in this art. So thank you. So I promise that you will get a Nocode, free Nocode AI course if you click here and request the catalog. Some of you did. So just to make life easy, you don't need to be dependent on me. If you just scroll down, this is on Business School of AI. If you scroll down, you'll see the courses that is available this month coming up in September for our fall courses. So you can see that. You go down, and right here, if you click, you will go to this Nocode AI Data Science for Business Users. In here, you will get the link for the Nocode AI course webinar, which was done as a webinar. So that whole recording is available. Similarly, if you scroll down further, and here it talks about our AI ethics course. The one I told you that Susanna is going to teach as the inclusive AI and responsible AI by Renee Cummings. That one, if you click here, you can go see that too. Okay, so in here, you can get the free webinar for the AI ethics also. So if you're just dipping your toe into the world of AI and you say, okay, I want to learn this thing, I don't know where to get started, it seems complicated, then I would say the right thing to do is just go get a sense of what the course is about here, Nocode AI for business users, and you would get the mini course webinar recording, and you can get started. If you're interested further, you obviously scroll down and check out the different options of the course and talk to me. We can take only 20 students, so I don't want all of you to come in and jump in to take the courses. I want you to talk to me, find out if the course is right for you. With the Nocode AI, what I'm planning to do is I'm teaching data science, which is machine learning, deep learning, supervised, unsupervised learning, and the latest in how we are getting to advanced AI models with BERT or GPT-3. What does it mean? What does it mean for your business? What are the technicalities of it in pure English with zero Python? Get a solid foundation so you can bring AI to your company, to your careers. The second half, what we are going to do is, this is the first module as part of Nocode AI for data science for business users. There's 3 modules. The second module, I'm actually working with a delivery bot company, and you would be able to guess which one, to get mobility data specification, the MDS standard data. That's the data that all these delivery bots, shared mobility companies give to the city, to get that data. And it's open public data, but it is kind of given to the city, which puts it in combined MDS format for us to build applications on top of it. So we decided that instead of just working with one business, what if we could do something for urban development and do something more useful? And of course, I love, mobility, you know that about me. So we are taking that data and we're going to work with a set of stakeholders involved in that to take a business problem, arrive at a problem statement. So when you say, I want to plan for better payments, that's a English statement. Or if you want to say, I want to make sure that we get equitable transportation so that nobody is left behind in a specific part of, red line part of the city. Again, that's a noble, hefty goal. That statement is just an English statement. You cannot say that to an AI. So you need to take that, break it down to multiple use cases, make sure that your data is featured engineered to solve the problem, arrive at a problem statement, which can then be given to a data scientist. So that's the second part of our second module that I'm going to be teaching at the Nocode AI data science for business users, to just get a sense of what does a data science sprint look like, what is your role as a business or product manager, what is the reality of working in industry to arrive at a problem statement. So now you will have a data set which has rows and columns, and you know what you want to solve for. You could give it to a data scientist. The third piece is the interesting piece, where I'm going to teach you Nocode AI using multiple platforms. I will be using IBM Nocode AI Watson, and I will also be using Accio. And I will be showing you, and try to be brand diagnostic, so I'll be showing you at least 2 of these platforms. And with that, we can actually feed this into that platform, and hey, we can get the ML model to solve for the business problem that you set out to solve. The other thing is, there is a companion course called the Live Lab Machine Learning, which is a short course from Julian Carbonell. And he is going to actually show, this is a little bit advanced than this. So if you just want to take the Nocode AI course, 3 modules, you'll be done. And you can solve a business problem for mobility, and then you're done, right? Or if you've already taken my course before and you want to come back and take it to the next step, or you are a little bit more comfortable hands-on, but still no Python, then Julian will show you how to set up a Google Colab. And he's going to take the same data, and he's going to show you how do you do visualization, how do you run some stats models and understands correlation, what is possible. And then you build ML models, 3 different models, and how do you make selection to get the right model, which is what the Nocode AI platform will be doing in its brain. But Julian will show you with code on a Google Colab. That's a live lab course, a separate course. If that's of interest to you, you could take that, and it's a live lab. He'll teach you for an hour. He'll show you how to set up the Colab before that, and then he will be available for office hours to follow up. And he's very passionate about urban planning in a very collaborating setting with citizen engagement. So this is perfect for Julian to teach us. So that's the second piece. And the NLP webinar that you saw from Sam Wigglesworth last time at Weekly Wednesday is now available as a recording. And Sam is brilliant. Sam is the best person for NLP that I know of, and I know a lot of people. So what Sam has done is, we've taken the NLP webinar from Sam and we made it available for you for free. So you can just learn NLP and say, okay, this looks interesting, I want to go somewhere with it, and then leave it at that. Or you can say, okay, now I'm ready to learn with NLP. Now, how do I go forward? And that is where our Live Lab NLP course comes in. And we are starting next week. And so you can run with it. And Sam is going to give us the foundation. Sam is going to teach us a live lab piece in there. She's doing a 90 minutes live lab to build a virtual assistant. So in NLP, you can do either supervised learning with NLP or unsupervised learning with NLP. NLP is about make sense of data, of unstructured data, of language data, and understand the semantics or look for patterns in it like every other AI is doing. But the chatbots and the virtual assistants are all going to be done using supervised learning. So you have to define intents. You don't have to actually canned answers for them, but you have to define the user intents. And that is what we are going to do in a live lab. And I have a surprise guest for you who's going to be a guest speaker in there. It's going to be one of my students who is working on NLP. He's going to come back, talk to us. I'll tell you about that as we get closer. And next week, so that's the third option. So you can do the Nocode AI class, or you can do the companion live lab masterclass with Julian Carbonell, or you can do the live lab with Sam Wigglesworth, or you can come back for AI ethics, my favorite topic, and you can actually take the whole AI ethics class, or you can take it as 2 masterclass and say, okay, I want to learn from Renee Cummings. Let me show that to you. or from Susanna Raj. Let me get you that window back. And you can see what I'm talking about. You'll see why I'm so excited about this. Okay. And you will see that I think I told you can get to it right from Business School of AI, right? Yep. Okay. Let me share that window. Give me a minute. Yes, here I am. So I'm going to show you why I'm super excited about this AI ethics class. So last time we did this AI ethics as CareerPivot to AI ethics with Dia Win from Amazon AWS, Ankita Joshi from GM doing 2 master classes. And then Susanna gave us this beautiful foundation of data ethics and biases and understanding biases. And then I gave you foundation of AI ethics principles and bias mitigation. So this time we are building up on top of that. And we are saying, okay, we want to learn inclusive AI and responsible AI. We've made it easy as 2 masterclass. So you can get a masterclass from Renee Cummings as just the responsible AI masterclass, or you can get the masterclass from Susanna on inclusive AI. And you'll get a 30 minutes mentoring session with me. So learn from 2 masters together, or you just get to learn from each of them one at a time at your own pace, right? So this is what we have as the AI ethics. So you have the Nocode AI, you have the Live Lab from Julian, where you learn machine learning, or you'll have Live Lab from Sam, where you will learn the masterclass for NLP. Let me show that to you. Okay. Here we go. This is the NLP Live Lab, Natural Language Processing from Sam. I cannot imagine a better person than Sam, who teaches languages and math. And she brings it both together to do NLP. And so it's so much fun learning from her. And if you're just interested in talking to me, you can just, leave your email. I won't spam you with anything else. And I'll send you information if that's interesting. So you can see what the syllabus looks like and all that stuff. So all of my longer courses are set up at $499. And the individual master classes are at $250. But I want to actually tell you that today I'm giving you a special $100 off till September 8th, which is our next weekly Wednesday. And at $399, you can take any of these longer classes, which is Nocode AI, Data Science for Business Users, or you can take the Live Lab NLP with Sam, or you can take the AI ethics, the entire course, all of them at $399 each. Or you can say, I just want inclusive AI masterclass, I want the responsible AI masterclass, or I want Julian's machine learning Live Lab. Each of them you can just do at $250, or you can do a combination also. I have that when you go look at the site for that. So with that, I hope you find value in any of these. And if you're not ready, please look at the webinar, learn from the webinar, come to our weekly Wednesday. You don't need to sign up for any classes, because I think the whole idea of learning AI is that each of us have to get to a place where we know we get excited about something. We have to make that connection of what is it that we bring from our past experience that we are able to bring into the AI world, and how do you make that navigation? So I think the courses, the webinars, the weekly Wednesdays, they're just going to teach you the foundational knowledge. Weekly Wednesday, when you interact with people and when we get in guest speakers, you're going to be able to get a sense of reality from industry. When you collaborate and do projects like Live Labs with people, you start developing confidence. And the team exercise, and we do this as a team exercise with a multidisciplinary global team, that's when you start getting the aha and making the connection and connecting the dots from your experience and what the other person is perceiving for the same problem. That gives you a simulation of what it is like in real life, in real industry, where multiple roles come together to build AI. So I had spoken about how I heard about how AI is making AI is going to be the future. And I will share that conversation I had with Susanna Raj and Julian Carbonell earlier today. So I don't want to repeat that. But I saw this conversation about how AI will eventually make AI. without human in the loop. And our job is just to be subject matter experts to make sense of the data. And I want to challenge that thinking that could happen very well, maybe out into the future. The AI as it stands today is augmented intelligence. We are not ready for it. But your role as product managers, data owners, bringing business acumen, ambition to get into AI, bring innovation to your companies is what is going to make AI, shape AI to what it should be. And I hope you will actually understand your power in this, to do this in an inclusive way, in a responsible way, in an explainable way, and understand the power of bringing AI ethics, to be knowledgeable about AI ethics, to do this right. And so join us. If one of these classes makes sense, talk to us. And you have the special offer of $100 off. So you can take the longer classes at $399 US dollars, or at $250 for the smaller live labs or the master classes. And all of them are in the month of September, different dates. I was going to start on September 7th, but I decided to move it out by a couple of days later into the week. We start on September 9th because I heard September 7th is a Jewish high holiday. So I don't want anybody to miss out on it. We are very, very global and diverse. So I hope September 8th gives you enough time to think about this and talk to me. And on September 8th, we'll meet again at Weekly Wednesday. And Billy Martinez, my student from Amsterdam, who works at Piano, he's a business leader. He's going to come talk to us about building propensity models for sales, for customer experience. So that'll be a fun conversation. And at that point, if you're thinking about any of these classes, you could talk to me before. And that would be your deadline, and we will get started. And I'm not going to take more than 15 people or 20 people max in any of these classes, especially the labs. I would like to keep them small. So it might get filled up, but I'm sure you'll have enough time to have that conversation, to be totally comfortable to see if this is the right one for you. And I would recommend you definitely check out all the webinars, the AI ethics webinar, the Nocode AI webinar, and the NLP webinar from Sam. And then join our blog at medium.com/business school of AI. So you can read, and Henry will teach you, and you can just get a complete quick lowdown on each of these topics. So with that, I'm going to wrap up and hope you will be joining this diet that you heard from Susanna and team. And you will be cheering for all my students that I was talking about today. And hope you'll come back and tell me what you're working on, so I can add you, like Ananya Sen, into the next student showcase, because I want to showcase one student each week. So hopefully I will add you into the next student showcase. Maybe you can come and teach us something on what you're working on, and tell us about an interesting business problem. Maybe all you have is you're seeing a business problem and you think you need help with that. We can help you with that. That's what we do with all our labs. We bring real business problem, real business partners to work with reality in industry, and then we learn and we build and we innovate, and we have so much fun. So with that, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for coming back each week and hanging around with me. I really, really appreciate. I'm so thankful for that. Happy Labor Day to everybody in US for this weekend, and stay safe. And I will see you on online, or I'll see you at Weekly Wednesday. Otherwise, I'll see you right here next Friday. And have a fabulous weekend. Thanks. Bye. With that, I'm going to wrap up.